Hey everyone, this is Ziki here, and I hope that you're all doing very well. It's a Monday, and the first story that I have for you is coming straight from Zambia. Now, last week, the Zambian immigration officials, were having raids around Lusaka, and it is said that they were targeting foreigners in Lusaka. Now, reports say several shops, are belonging to people from Rwanda, from Burundi, and from DRC were targeted and were closed. And we also saw that report saying more than 400 people were arrested, but some of them were released upon saying that they had proper documentation, but the rest did not have proper documentation, so they were arrested by the Zambian immigration, working together with the Zambian police. Now also there's been an outcry, people saying that why is it that foreigners who are coming into Zambia, they are very rich, their businesses are booming, and people were making reference that last week, when this raid started, a lot of shops in Lusaka closed, and this opened the eyes of the locals. So it means that most of the shops being run in Zambia are owned by foreigners, and they're saying what is going on. Of course, the majority of shop owners there being people from Rwanda and from Burundi, from DRC, and of course some from Zimbabwe and other, SADC countries, But they say this particular raid was mainly targeting people from Rwanda, Burundi, and DRC. And also people were saying it so seems that these foreigners have got someone or some officials who tell them that they're going to be raided, because most of these shops were closed well before the officials could arrive. Most of these foreigners had an opportunity to run away before the officials could come there. So they're saying, how did they even know that there was going to be some raids that were going to go on there? So people were confused, like maybe there are some insiders who inform these people or who benefit or who get paid, all the time by the foreigners running their shops, that you need to inform us if anything is going to happen. I mean, like we already know that, corruption is rife everywhere, Corruption is rife everywhere. And again, we also saw reports saying that the unemployment rate in Zambia is very, very high, which means a lot of people, they don't have jobs, they've got nothing to do. But again, this is why they're saying, why is it that foreigners are coming into Zambia and they're making it? I saw mixed reactions there. Some people saying that, well, foreigners are coming here into Zambia and they make it because they work hard. They say they don't go on weekends, they dedicate their weekends, they put everything they have in their businesses, And let me just read for you some of the comments that were written here, Let me read for you some of the, the comments that were posted here. Someone says, very unreasonable individuals. It's shameful coming from such a person. Go into their country if you have such freedoms that you give to others. You seem to have no idea how it feels being ill-treated out there just because you are not a citizen, even when you are legally there in some cases or in some countries, And someone says here, Zambians support the wrong things, Why are you supporting illegal immigrants? You will be the same people complaining when the cases of theft and killings escalate, and these people can be easily used because they have no papers, so tracing them can be difficult. We all want a united Africa, but we have to do what the law of the land stipulates, And then someone says the laws are there for a reason. Try going to Rwanda without any documentation as an illegal immigrant and see how you will be wounded out of that country. Get your documents in order if you want to relocate. If you have the right documents, no one will harass you. Simple. Then someone came in with the Bible saying that. The Bible says, and I quote, Romans 13, obey the government, for God is the one who has put it there. There is no government anywhere that God has not placed in power. So those who refuse to obey the laws of the land are refusing to obey God, and punishment will follow them. For the policeman does not frighten people who are doing right, but those doing evil will always fear them. So if you don't want to be afraid, keep the laws and you'll get along well. The policeman is sent by God to help you, but if you are doing something wrong, of course you should be afraid, for he will have you punished. He is sent by God for that very purpose. Obey the laws, and for the two reasons: first, to keep you from being punished, and second, just because you should do that. Okay, so these are some of the reactions coming in from this story of the people from Rwanda who were arrested in Zambia. And also we have some people saying, can you go to Rwanda without proper documentation and be allowed? Let's not be unreasonable. The law has been there for a long time, and this is not the first time such an exercise or operation is carried out. This is a way of fighting crime and also bringing sanity. Those with proper documentation are allowed to enjoy their stay in Zambia. And then someone says a wrong is a wrong, regardless of who is perpetuating it. Moreover, if you know or respect any violations of immigration laws by the Europeans, Americans, Chinese, etc., please feel free to report. Otherwise, we do not appreciate your contribution. Okay? So many responses there, okay? That is the one reason as to why Africa is the poorest continent on earth. Africans must be educated on the benefits of Africans being united than divided. Okay? Pan-Africanism there. Every country has roles and every institution has its own role to play. Okay? All Zambians supporting foreigners should go to the same Rwanda, Zimbabwe, Tanzania, South Africa, and any other country without proper documentation and see if they will let you stay or work in those countries simply because you're an African. Zambians sometimes, you're innocent, for crying out loud, you're a journalist. Okay, so a lot of things have been said, pertaining to this issue, but of course, we know when we're talking about immigration issues, especially when it comes out in the media, other countries, we don't get to know what is happening there, okay? In most countries, they do have their own immigration operations. They do check on foreigners, on documentation, and many other things. Regardless of what we might think that maybe this country is poor, this country doesn't have anything, so we would want to go there. But believe me, there are people who would go, even in a war-torn country, immigrants will go there, okay? People would want to go and stay there because maybe it would be better than wherever they are, all right? So we know that when you see media, there are some countries that are not really put out in the news, especially this case of Zambia. It's not really blown out like what is happening when it comes to South African issues. When it comes from South Africa, it's blown out, such that everybody will know that South Africans are now pushing foreigners away, Zimbabweans are now being pushed out of South Africa. So this is just how the media goes, In some places they're hyped, some places they're underplayed, some places are not even recognized, okay? So this is all I had for you, my friends, right now. And of course, I'm going to come back with more stories. These stories are plenty. They are happening now. As for when it comes to Zambia, even in somewhere around January, February, we saw the mayor of Lusaka again coming out to say they are tired of foreigners, making a menace in their streets. All these shops unregistered and everything. We saw it coming out that they are now working with the immigrations to make sure that they bring back sanity into their street, into their cities, and to clean out all the illegal immigrants and make sure that everyone is properly documented and everything. So this is all happening in Zambia, okay? So, and also here in Zambia is the people who are mainly put up to be more in Zambia. They are people from Rwanda, Burundi, DRC, and of course from SADC, but we know most of the people from SADC, we know which country they love to go, all right? So this is all I have for you. And also let me just speak briefly about an incident that happened in Nigeria. So in Nigeria, it is said that some gunmen, pounced on a church, in a Catholic church where people were worshiping, and reports say more than 50 people were gunned down and they died. And I saw videos circulating on social media. They are very, very very, very touching. Okay, very, very touching things that are happening in Nigeria. You know, people in Nigeria, they know what is happening there. I've been following and reading what is going on. It's all about Christians versus this other group and the rebels and this particular group wanting to be, you know, a lot of things that is going on in Nigeria. But we just hope that people are safe, because in this report that I came to see, it showed that most of the people we killed were young children who were in church. It's a Catholic church that is in Nigeria. Okay, so these are some of the stories that are happening, you know, around Africa. But until then, please take care. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe so that you don't miss on this and more. And to my returning friends, you are appreciated. Keep on supporting Ziki. And you can also find me on Facebook on Ziki Official or Ziki Media. Until then, take care.